I'm Deuce.
I'm Ace.
I'm Elijah.
And this is Deuce and Ace, Bro to the Movies, with a review for WandaVision.
Why your dog sound so weak?
I actually heard that at a comedy show one time.
I was there.
Oh, wow. Anyway, hey guys. I'm Deuce. I'm Ace. I'm Elijah. You know, we're here with our review.
Wait, hold on. Can you introduce our special guest?
I was about to. I'm saying,
Deuce, where are your manners?
We are blessed with young whippersnapper on YouTube, man. You know, loyal subscriber. So we were like, hey, let's fly him out. Let's bring him into the Deuce and Ace cave.
You know, first class cave. It's a little creepy. First class in a pandemic. We had to do what we had to do.
He is here of his own free will, of course. So yeah, leave a comment below if you want to see more young whippersnapper in the videos. There's a lot of Marvel Disney Plus shows coming for the rest of the year, so a lot of content to review.
Or if you want to be in a video, leave a comment down below, and we might let you be in one.
Yes, we might. And if you enjoy a bunch of nerdy black bros just talking,
I was always gonna be my race, man.
Carrying on, please be sure to like.
Carrying on? Are you 50?
Like, subscribe, and follow us on social media at Bro to the Movies. Alright, WandaVision. Let's get in.
Usually we do a no spoiler, spoiler-free version, then spoilers at the end. This is a TV show, spoilers for the whole thing. Either watch it or don't.
No, man.
I mean,
just give a little brief spoiler-free synopsis. Go watch it on Disney Plus.
You can't give a synopsis of a 9-episode show without putting in spoilers.
I mean, you could. Alright, so,
Take it away, young whippersnapper.
mentally disturbed witch decides to create husband and have kids.
Major spoilers.
Okay, so this is going to be a
I
spoiler.
mean, it was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is going to be spoilers. If you exist and you're interested in this stuff, you've seen the MCU. You know who Wanda Maximoff is. You know who Vision is. You know who Darcy is. You know who
They might not know Darcy or Agent Woo.
Oh, you don't know Jimmy Woo? Y'all not rocking with the Woo?
You gotta be a diehard to know that.
I mean,
Then again, nobody watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, so.
Great movie.
Great movie.
It was great, but nobody watched it. It was sad.
Yeah, but you watch WandaVision, and so now you're here for our review. As you've seen from the trailers, they go through time through TV and show how TV was from different decades, and I love it. This is a work of art. Picasso, move over. Masterpiece.
He's dead.
What is WandaVision if not art persevering?
Oh! Snap.
Oh!
Snap.
All right, so I don't want to be Debbie Downer over here, but
He always is.
this show is not a work of art. This show is boring. This show, I will admit, it is creative how they went through different decades of TV. But if you don't like TV shows from the 50s to 60s to 70s to 80s, it's just kind of, it's too much. It's like, I'm going to say 5 episodes, they keep going with the decade, every episode. I'm like, man, sure wish something would happen. Sure wish we could see, we see in the show that there's weird stuff happening around the edges, but the focus for the first few episodes is just on Wanda and Vision playing house, and that's not what I paid to see.
You didn't pay anything. It's my Disney Plus.
Well,
Okay.
I thought it was cool. Like, I can understand why people would find it boring. It's little to no action, which is fine. It's kind of like a palate cleanser. Like, this is the appetizer before the main meal, because it was just giving us something new. We were having setup before the eventual payoff of what's going to happen in Doctor Strange.
See, I like that analogy. I would say...
You would, because it's about food. I'm sorry.
So, I really like that analogy because you can describe this as a palate cleanser. But here's the thing. Sometimes palate cleansers are just what you need.
And sometimes palate cleansers are atrocious.
I mean, yeah, it depends on where you're going. But when you're a fine dining kind of syrup like myself...
We're in a pandemic. Where are you dining at?
Depending on what state I'm in, I could dine anywhere. But in the D.C., Maryland area, anywhere I want at 50% capacity. But I'm saying, like, even if it's a mozzarella cheese stick, like that mozzarella cheese stick is good. If it's a potato skin, loaded potatoes with the bacon crumbles, that's what WandaVision is. Each episode, like, is this a comedy show?
Apparently.
Bacon.
No, but what I'm saying is like, so episode 1, you just got a bite of a little bacon crumble with cheese. Okay, by itself, basic. But then it built. Now you bit in, and now you get some potato and some sour cream. Okay, what's this, episode 3? Oh, a little bit of chives. And then by the time you're on episode 4, you done ate 5 potato skins and you feeling good.
We know you're eating more than 5 potato skins.
But what I'm saying is like, it is a slow build. It is something completely, wholly different than the rest.
Yeah, it's definitely a slow burn.
A slow burn to nothing.
Well,
a
no.
slow burn has fire at the end.
To me, it's a slow burn.
We just gotta wait until Doctor Strange to see like the payoff.
I'm saying, and hopefully there is some major payoff in Doctor Strange.
But even if not Doctor Strange, there is payoff within this concealed story.
We do get
The payoff is bad though.
How?
This is the first time I've actually enjoyed Vision, kind of.
Yes.
Like it shows a different side of him, and it like fleshes out Wanda as a character, but in kind of a bad way, because like Wanda's the villain.
Thank
I'm
you.
Just, like Hayward, Agatha, all those people. Spoilers for people that still think it's Agnes, but like
It was Agatha all along.
everybody has their like Wanda's definitely like the bad guy.
Yeah.
But that's what's good about it.
That's
Like
what I
that's the
mean.
Fogo de Chao. That's the panacha.
It
Can,
makes
can you please stop name dropping restaurants? We're not getting sponsorships.
But if you would like to sponsor us, please follow us on social media at Bro to the Movies.
Especially Fogo de Chao could use some good steak.
Yes.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was sorry. Go ahead.
it's like it's funny because you can like you can think of every character in a different way. Like you could see Wanda as the villain, you could see her as the hero, you could see Hayward as the hero, you could see him as or as a villain. Except for Agatha, she was just like they didn't really flesh her out that much. Besides, the occasional hint of goodness, kind of like in her beginning scene, because she said, "Oh, I can be good." We see like kind of a different side of her, but other than that, there wasn't really anything except for I just want your power.
Elijah, I agree with you that everyone could be perceived as the villain, but I think they too heavily tried to make it seem like Wanda was the good guy at the end. It's like the scene where Monica's like, they don't know what you sacrificed for them. Wanda, you kidnapped and mentally tortured these people for however many long. They don't care what you sacrificed.
Pretty much.
But I don't think that's them trying to humanize her or paint her in a sympathetic light. I think that's, I'm a superhero now too, so I get it. They don't get it, but I do. But I think from our point of view, that whole episode, that whole scene where Agatha made her choke them out is to show that, she's no hero anymore. We could feel sorry for her in Lagos. Mm-hmm. We could feel sorry for her anytime before. We can even feel sorry to her for what she's done, because at its core, this is a story about trauma. This is a story about grief.
Yeah, they said that grief was the big bad in the little documentary they did.
I can see that. But now, moving on, because we know what's coming in, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange too. Like, look, here is who she truly is. Here, this is a 9-course meal. This is the MCU.
Yeah.
She's the Scarlet Witch now.
We don't
It was so dumb how they called her, you're a Scarlet Witch.
I actually really
But
like
that,
that.
exactly, that's character
That's the
development.
only way they can explain it.
I'm saying, just like, hey, they call her Scarlet Witch sometimes. It's a show about magic. We get it. You
But,
don't have to have reasons for all the names. Like, he's Vision because he's the Vision that Thor saw. Just call him Vision.
Yeah, but I'm saying, previously, for whatever reason, they chose not to call her by her comic name. So they had to write in something.
She has to earn it.
Yeah, so they gave her this whole backstory that she didn't even previously have. And I think that's good writing. That's good.
They retconned it now, so like her mom was a Scarlet Witch. It was like this whole thing. But
yeah, I read about that. But I'm saying, to me, that's creative. Like giving these not necessarily D-list, but like, you got the A storyline, the B storyline. Wanda and Vision, you maybe previously could call them the C storyline, and to give them a fleshed out story to make me care about an android's heart, man, that's...
To see him cry was actually one of the biggest moments in the MCU.
Thanks.
Probably.
It's emotional.
Yeah. But it shows My biggest problem with the finale was that Wanda paid no repercussions. Like, she didn't apologize. She just flew away.
Thank you.
And went to someplace. Could be the place from the X-Men movies. Acolyte Lake, I think that's what it's called. It could be Wundagore Mountain. We don't know where it is. But she just didn't apologize. But I could kind of see that because we don't know what the Scarlet Witch's affiliation is. Like, they said, a being of pure chaos. Wanda could use that for good, but for now, she's, like, morally gray.
But isn't that good character development? Because who would have thought we'd be here from when her and real Pietro were introduced in Age of Ultron?
I could see that.
Who cares?
I care.
Who that matters cares.
Wow.
It's like, no, you matter to me.
Thanks, man.
You're my world.
Oh, okay, thanks, man.
Oh, I can't love my brother?
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Alright. But for the most part, like, oh man, yeah. It's kind of interesting that they want to flesh out their D-list, C-list, whatever characters. Mm. But at this stage of the game in the MCU, we're way past that.
Are we? I got more story out of this, even if you like the story or not.
Wanda from here on out is going to be like the
A-list.
The basis, for the basis
for the magic
of what,
side.
Yeah, for what's going to happen in the MCU. Like
we hope so.
This anti-hero, that's how I describe it. Like, her now, she's an anti-hero. This version of Wanda is going to be the Wanda that we're going to see in Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man maybe, and all these other movies.
That may or may not be so, but I'm going to say for the first 6 episodes of this show...
6?
It was kind of slow.
For the first
3...
No.
The first 3 were supposed to be set up. 4 through 6 was supposed to be like, you're getting the pieces of what's going to happen in 7, 8, and 9. You already know what's going on.
All right. So I started to do that setup and do the, like, finding out the bits and pieces of that part. It's like, there wasn't much character development for her there. All the character development she had was in that last chunk of the season where she works through her grief going through the past.
Whoa. Everything you see is her working through her grief. Westview is her working through her kids is her working through her grief.
That's not her working through her grief. That's
her creating more.
That's her like, oh man, my life sucks. Let me just. That's her running away from her grief.
Yeah.
Which is in order to work on it, you have to have.
She goes through all those stages in the episodes, like anger, denial, and then like in episode 7 it was depression.
Yeah, I'm saying, well, like when we see Monica Rambeau. And we see her fly through the thing.
She should have been the main character.
Should have been the
main
character.
What?
Yeah.
Much more interesting.
Monica was in this show in Captain Marvel. She was a kid. She didn't really do nothing. But like in this show, she's already proven that she's one of the best characters in the MCU.
Facts.
Already top 10.
No arguments there. But I'm saying this. She'll get her time in the sun. But this is Wanda's story.
Jimmy Woo should have been the main character. The best character.
We need an Agents of Atlas show.
Oh yeah, we do. Give
him and Shang-Chi, and then like we get.
Yeah, he should be in the Shang-Chi.
Oh, because they're both Asian.
No, because he's a leader of the Agents of Atlas in the comics.
Shang-Chi and Jimmy Woo have a relationship in the comics, but like.
It was a joke.
He's a xenophobe.
Wow.
But
I'm saying this is.
Oh, hold on, dog. Let me tell Jimmy Woo.
We could get Amadeus show like. A Jimmy Woo show could literally tie in every element of the MCU, because we could get the Mandarin from Iron Man.
The real Mandarin.
Yeah, because Agents of Atlas is an all-Asian team, so we could get representation. The real Mandarin, Amadeus show from Hulk, that could be a thing. We could get Shang-Chi, spotlight him. There are other... Gorilla Man, we got the robot.
Gorilla Man's right over there. Got him.
But there are so many ways like an Agents of Atlas show could it could really do good for Marvel's brand.
I just like how in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Jimmy Woo didn't know magic, and his first scene he's just doing card tricks.
Yeah,
that's character development.
Can we talk about Wanda?
No,
and Vision? This is their show.
No.
All this stuff.
I actually had a pitch for like how it was gonna go. Like I was thinking,
Disney, we know you're watching, please.
So like it could be. Like a different side of WandaVision, but it's like from Sword's perspective. So Monica comes in, she's monitoring the Wanda's little reality, and then like we get our first episode, and then at the end she gets sucked in, and then for our second episode we could have like one episode in Wanda's reality. It'd be like episode 4, but if episode 4 was the start. And then we could get the rest of the series going forward.
Yeah, and I agree that would be much more interesting because from the trailers, we know that what's really happening isn't real. Vision's dead. Yeah. We know that in the real world.
And we could be on Sword's perspective, like
which
Sword
would be much more
is
interesting.
Us.
But
yeah.
I'm saying, like, okay, this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't comprehend. Like, everything you're saying is great, everything is fine, but that's not what Jack Schaefer, that's not the story she wanted to tell.
Yeah.
Well, she told a bad story then. I'm sorry.
Because this is the story you didn't want or that you didn't enjoy doesn't make it bad. It
That's
means
literally the definition of bad.
She really just wanted to explore Wanda as a character.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like,
because before this, Wanda's whole personality thing was just like,
I'm emo.
She screws everything up.
Yeah.
Where's her accent though?
Yeah, they kind of just.
I'm from Sokovia.
Terrible accent.
Elizabeth Olsen's accent. It's not terrible. It's just like. It's a whitewash, but the whole character is whitewash, but I don't really get into that.
Where my Roma Queens at?
So, yes, all I'm saying is, like, this is a story about Wanda and Vision. Not only did they, in my opinion, come up with a creative way to bring back Vision moving forward.
Yeah.
Dumb.
I'm saying, like, everything about the show is creative. But you can disagree that it's enjoyable, but you can't deny the creativity.
So you're saying
Spectral Vision is going to, like, wipe literally all of Wanda's character development out if they ever meet.
But why?
Because Wanda proved that she doesn't need Vision in order to get over her grief. And then, like, I could see them doing a storyline where Vision has, like, the Vision's memories, but none of the emotions or the feelings that come with it.
Yeah, I think that's what, because, you know, it's that whole, I don't know if it's Tom King or whoever did it, that Vision run where he has a
that
robot.
Was sad.
Yes, so I'm saying that could lead to that. This not to me, this a self-contained story that did justice to Wanda and Vision, but also made so many different offshoots of where the MCU could go. Yeah. What more is it supposed to do? Like, because
it's supposed to be enjoyable. I'm not supposed to sit there for 5 hours wasting my time each week.
I mean, the fights
you do that beyond WandaVision.
How I spend my time is my business.
But I'm saying, like, it's self-contained. Man, that line, what is grief but love persevering?
Oh, no,
dog,
no,
that's deep.
That is not
Vision's
deep.
always been deep, though.
Wait,
That's
hold
just
on.
like
That line is pseudo-deep.
That's a Great Lake. Hashtag deep.
What's the deepest of the Great Lakes?
Superior.
Spider-Man.
If you know the deepest Great Lake, please leave a comment down below. And subscribe. All right.
I'm going Lake Michigan. That's my.
I mean, it's Superior, so I would assume it's the biggest and deepest.
I mean, Michigan's the one named after a state. I mean, Superior probably has a inferiority complex even.
Speaking of, are you taking geography? Do you know?
No, not yet.
You're an adult. Did you take geography?
Speaking of Superior, let's talk about Agatha, the Superior villain, which wasn't fleshed out as much as I would have enjoyed it, but she was cool. She was funny.
Charismatic.
Yeah.
Shout out to Catherine Hahn. Been loving you since Step Brothers.
You know, she was Dr. Octopus.
Yes,
yeah, and Spider-Verse.
I actually really like that. I thought I recognized her voice. I was like, oh crap, I know who this is.
Language, sir.
Jeez Louise. Gen Xers, am I right?
Gen Z.
Gen Zs, am I right?
You don't even know his generations.
But yeah, man, y'all crazy. This show's litty. This show has character development. It's not. It's not.
Wait,
pathway of character development.
Hold on. I want to circle back to what we were talking about the
bacon bits.
Grief. What is grief but not love persevering? Because then that connotates that if you're not heavily grieving that your love isn't persevering. What if I've accepted that my loved one has moved on? I knew that it was their time.
Everybody
no longer
goes through grief though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it doesn't mean your love was persevering. I think that's just
don't still love them.
Yes, but you can still
love persevere.
You can. I mean, I still love people who have passed, even if I'm not grieving them anymore. I think that grief is, they call it 5 stages of grief, but I think the grieving period is just a moment in time. Grief itself is a stage in your life, so you can still love them once you've moved past your grief. Grief.
I mean, my definition is a little different because then I wonder, like, I say that acceptance, that's still grief. Because by calling it 5 stages, it's still, each stage in and of itself is grief. So if you've accepted it, you're in a constant state of acceptance of the loss. Thus, you're still grieving. It's just not these 4 stages of grief. You don't accept it and then, I never think about it again.
You may never think about it again.
What?
But
if you lose a loved one, you would never think about it.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. You may not never think.
What?
You worded it weird. You still think about them, your loved ones, but that doesn't mean you're still grieve. All right, we're splitting hairs over here. Whatever. It wasn't that deep, fam.
Dog, it was
the
deep,
the ship of Theseus. That's like a high school level philosophy thought
really
project.
Like that.
High school.
All right, man. Maybe
Post high school, and I still liked it.
it's like, oh man, it's just not that deep, and that's the thing that's just gonna snap
basically,
him out of
Hex
it.
Vision just told Vision, like, you shouldn't be killing me, you should be killing yourself.
I was like, I like it, but they tried to be fake deep with it.
I don't think it was fake. It's literally, so we got two of the same essence, but one got the Mind Stone through.
They're doing it on purpose.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was all just a writing plot so they could have Vision in the MCU again.
No, Vision, Vision's always been, deeply poetic. Like in Avengers Age of Ultron. And,
I understand that, but I don't think that what we saw in the show was that poetic.
But, in Civil War, he was saying, our existence incites conflict, and conflict incites challenge. He went into a whole discussion about how, the Avengers are indirectly responsible for all
that they see.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Speaking of villains, since the whole grief thing has gotten out of hand.
We went on pretty long.
Agatha Harkness, what is her motivation? Not that great, but apparently they were supposed to have her try to take Wanda's powers so she could bring back her mother. I feel like that could have made her more of a character instead of just mustache twirling villain. But because Marvel's been doing that recently with Vulture, Mysterio, all those villains. They have genuine reasons. Like Thanos. Thanos was just a guy who wanted to destroy half a life because he wanted death. But in the movies, he did it for a good reason because he wanted to stop overpopulation. That didn't make what he did right, but still, he had a motivation.
Yeah, the reasoning behind it makes sense at least.
Yeah, but again, to me, that's more people putting their expectation on what should be. We've already said Agatha is not the villain. Wanda is the vision.
Wanda's the vision?
Wanda is the villain. Grief is the villain. So Agatha, while she's a character we could come back to...
She's not even a character in this show. She's like a presence for most of the time.
A plot device, kind of.
Yeah.
But I'm saying...
The show needed a villain.
What story don't have plot devices? Why is it always negative to have a plot device?
No, I mean, it's not negative. Agatha was fun.
But a good story doesn't hinge on a plot device.
The story doesn't hinge on Agatha.
And they brought her back.
If it wasn't for Agatha, we don't have fake Pietro coming here. We don't need
fake
Which
Pietro.
Made me mad. I'm so... why didn't we talk about this yet?
Yeah.
That whole Ralph Boner thing made me,
No, I thought Ralph Boner...
That was irritating as heck. I, physically got angry watching that.
Isn't there a character for some show named something Boner? I don't think it's an immature joke.
There?
But up front, maybe Saved by the Bell or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's Boner, haha.
Whatever it is, it's not oh man, does this mean the multiverse is real? Are the X-Men, Fox X-Men coming into this? I didn't even think it was
going to be like that. They could have at least...
He was just a guy with a magic necklace.
They got Evan Peters on purpose. They were like, we didn't think people were going to be doing theories and stuff. Yes, y'all did.
I'm saying, but to me, that's like, haha, we got you.
But I don't watch...
It's like the Mandarin thing. At least the Mandarin thing was funny. This was just...
Yeah, you don't watch something or you don't take in your entertainment to be gotten. Like, oh man, they used my own brand against me. It's like, okay. Who is that for?
They legit scammed us because they know Wanda's going to be in a movie called The Literal Multiverse of Madness. They cast a character who played the same character from a different universe, and they're like, we didn't think people were going to make fan theories and stuff. Like, what?
I mean, but it's the multiverse. So there's a character in every universe that looks like that. So I'm saying, what if she goes into multiverse and sees him again, but it is X-Men Quicksilver? We're looking at this from the MCU perspective as this is it.
No, I'm saying any story that needs something in the future to explain what happened or to make what happened in the present good is not a good story to me.
They don't need that. That's our expectation.
Then this was just a waste of...
It was a waste of Evan Peters. Because he could
it
have
was
been
also a waste of
literally
time.
any
But
character.
how is it a waste of time? Because, again, she's still stricken by the grief of the loss of her brother. It don't matter if it's Evan Peters or Deuce Leon. You may be wondering who Deuce Leon is. That is my alter ego for Hollywood. But anyway, so I'm saying, in the story of itself, she's seeing her brother come back impacts
It's
her.
not her brother, though. She knows that's not her brother.
It was a waste of a cast.
It's only her brother because we know in the real world that this actor played a different character who would be her brother.
But I'm saying, from the audience perspective, there's more put on.
No. Because as soon as she opened the door, she was like, Pietro, he didn't do anything super speedy. There was no reason for her to assume that random Ralph Boner was her brother. Unless she knew that in some other universe her brother looks like that. There's no in-universe reason for her
How do we know that she don't?
Agatha.
I'm saying there's...
It's Agatha all the time. What was it?
Agatha. It's not Agatha all along because Wanda created the hex in the first place. It's been Wanda all
Agatha
along.
was controlling Ralph, though.
And she was manipulating to try to
And
get
she
Wanda's
made
power.
Ralph. She made Ralph.
Yeah.
But how does
Wanda-
Wanda know that Ralph is supposed to be her brother?
Because she's in his mind. So she sees what Agatha projected for her to see.
Yeah.
Because she's in everybody's mind.
Also, they wasted Monica in that finale. They wasted her, Ralph, the kids.
Yeah, so there were ways the show had its flaws.
You know, Senior Scratchy was supposed to be a demon.
Yes, there, all the Mephisto stuff. But what I'm saying
I
is,
actually wasn't mad about that.
I'm not mad about nothing. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my potato skins. I enjoyed my my filet mignon, my broccolini.
What was the filet mignon? What was it? The dumb CGI fight at the end where they're like, oh, the classic Marvel thing. It's just the good guy. The bad guy's just a good guy in a different color.
The filet mignon was the story. The filet mignon was the heart. The filet mignon was the interest and the intrigue.
According to you, that was the little wedgies with the bacon bits at the beginning.
Wedgies. Well, I said potato skins.
Whatever.
Well, I'm saying, no, that was episode by episode. The full picture is the steak.
How are you going to eat the steak at the same time you're eating your palate cleanser?
It's a metaphor.
Well, it's a bad metaphor.
It's a metaphor. Hashtag Griffey.
Yo, Long Beach Griffey, you trying to fly out here on a review with us?
Hey, Long Beach Griffey, we about to be in Cali soon, so you trying to... Oh, we can re-up with Jody's Corner.
I'm not going to see him in the middle of a pandemic.
You know Jody's Corner?
Yeah, he's...
We'll talk off camera. But, okay, anyway, we're all over the place. And that's what a good story does.
No.
It makes people feel different ways, be it vitriol, be it anger, be it disappointment, or be it exuberant joy.
Or be it boredom, which is what you will feel if you watch WandaVision.
You're supposed to... It's not supposed to be... WandaVision was intentionally, like, not supposed to be, like, exciting, I guess, because it was supposed to... I feel like it was designed to stop specifically MCU fatigue. We don't have to see action every, you know... I feel like it was supposed to, like, not be... It was supposed to be something you haven't seen before.
I mean, and that's fine. I mean, you know me. I'm a cinephile, bro. I don't need an action movie. I love deep, provoking movies. I love...
WandaVision was a deep, provoking show.
No.
It was. It made you think.
It did not make me
It
think.
made you feel. It touched you right here in the atrium and the Vienna Cava.
It excited. It made people happy and even
So you're going to
disappointed.
flex his biology degree over here?
Ventricle suit. Well, okay, all right, so we're all over the place. Hey, watch it for yourself. Let us know what you think.
What did you think about WandaVision?
What did you think? We're about to drop these scores. Young Whippersnapper, you've been with us for about an hour. Have we discussed the scores?
Nah, not yet.
No, so we just drop them. So we're just going to say 3, 2, 1, and then you shout out your score. 3, 2, 1.
4.
8.
4.
Hold on, 4 out of what?
5.
Oh,
we
it's
do it
out
out
of
of
10.
10.
Oh, 8.
4.
At least.
8, so that's 16
That's
plus
a
4,
20 out of
30. That's about let's just round it up to a 7 out of 10. That's a 6.7.
66.6 remaining. Repeating.
Yeah, so let's just round up to 7.
No, round that down to 6. 6.5.
66 point.
Okay, 6.5. Deuce and Ace and Young Whippersnapper give WandaVision a 6.5 out of 10.
6.7.
Okay, 6.7. All right, give us those 0.2 decimals. But, hey, man, this is a controversial show, man. On Twitter, IG, wherever you get your nerdy posts.
You're gonna like it. You're just not gonna like the finale.
You're not gonna like the beginning either. I just like
the first 2 episodes could have been one, but like other than that, it was cool.
I just like all.
Also,
the
episodes should have been longer. Take note, Jack Schaefer.
I like Black Vision. Vision.
Vision is
Stop
tight.
that.
But
What is drip if not sauce persevering?
oh, now it's profound and funny because it's ratchet.
Oh, why does it have to be ratchet? Why you hating
Yeah,
on people who have
shame.
drip and no sauce? Because you have neither drip nor sauce.
Hey, y'all see the hair? Y'all see the sweater? Y'all see the goatee? Drippy all day. I'm Deuce.
I'm Ace.
I'm Elijah.
And this has been Deuce and Ace, Road to the Movies. Out.
Hey, Deuce and Ace here. Thanks again for sticking around for the whole video.
We're so glad you did. We hope you enjoyed the movie reviews, the trailer reactions, the funny bros, and the quality content. If you do, be sure to subscribe, check out these videos, and be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bro to the Movies.
Deuce and Ace,